Your region is about to get weather this Sunday that belongs in the peak June severe weather outbreak, not the third Sunday of March. And the numbers behind that are not just unusual, they're genuinely hard to believe. 22 million people are in a severe weather risk zone for your Sunday, and one of those cities swings from 85 degrees at noon to 37 degrees by midnight. Same city, same day. Forecasters are doing double takes at Pittsburgh's temperature swing because a 48-degree drop in one city in one Sunday is the kind of number that almost never shows up in your March forecast. And that's not even the number that stopped your meteorologist cold. It's the Snohomish River cresting at 30.5 feet, an all-time record, while 5,000 people evacuated from a dam within 6 feet of catastrophic failure. What makes all of this flat out wild is that the same jet stream that caused those evacuations in Hawaii and Washington is the exact same energy fueling your Ohio Valley storm today. One jet, 4 different emergencies. Whether you're in the storm zone, the fire zone, or the snow zone, your country is split 3 ways. Storm threat for 22 million in Ohio to Pennsylvania, fire danger in your Texas panhandle, and snow falling on New England. Every single one of those stories is unfolding right now. And every region of your country has something in today's forecast that is straight up worth your attention. Stick with me. Around the 5-minute mark, I'll show you exactly why your I-76 and I-70 corridors in Pennsylvania are the most urgent watch starting at 4 p.m. today, and why your warning window on that corridor is short. Stay to the end for your April pattern, because the dry line setups and warm front stalls building right now could make early April your most active severe weather stretch of the entire spring season. Let me be straight with you right up front. Today is not an outbreak, but 22 million people, a hatched hail zone from Columbus to Pittsburgh, and a 48-degree swing in Pittsburgh make this a day your area cannot ignore. Don't let Monday's quiet forecast lull you into thinking this pattern is done, because your Thursday window next week and your early April setup are both building towards something more significant than what we see today. Before we get into it, drop your city in the comments and tell me, are you in Sunday's storm zone from Ohio to Pennsylvania? Watching fire danger in your Texas panhandle? Tracking New England snow? Or something else entirely where you are? All right, Sunday, March 22nd, and your country's weather story right now is one of the most connected and complex we've had all spring. Multiple extreme events, all feeding off the same pattern. Let's start with the big picture, because what happened in Hawaii yesterday connects directly to why your Ohio Valley is getting severe weather today. And understanding that chain is worth 2 minutes of your time. Over 13 inches of rain fell in Hawaii, completely isolating the town of Halea, and your Snohomish River in Washington State crested at an all-time record of 30.5 feet. All driven by the same subtropical jet your Sunday storm is riding. What's fueling your Sunday storm in Ohio is that exact same plume of energy. The subtropical jet accelerating northward, bringing warm, unstable air ahead of your cold front and creating the fuel your Ohio Valley severe weather runs on. Picture it like your weather chain. Subtropical jet fires up over Hawaii, floods your Pacific Northwest, then that same energy surges ahead of your cold front and primes your Ohio Valley for severe weather. One jet, 4 different impacts. This is not just connected in theory. Your meteorologists are watching that jet stream plume directly. And right now, the numbers that plume is delivering for your Sunday setup are significant for your region. No joke. Your Hawaiian dam situation yesterday was genuinely close. Your 120-year-old Waiha Dam was pushed to just 6 feet shy of capacity, forcing your entire downstream community to evacuate and prepare for catastrophic failure. Plumb wild. And that same jet stream energy is helping fire up your Ohio Valley storm today. Lahaina, Kihei, and Iao in Maui are still under evacuation warnings right now as that system lingers over your islands. A second Kona low in 1 month is flat out unusual for your Hawaiian islands. Your storm drainage wasn't built for back-to-back saturation events, and your flash flood watches remain active through tonight for your most vulnerable communities. Hawaii viewers, your Maui, Oahu, and Kauai communities. What's your situation on the ground right now with your second Kona low in 1 month? Drop your location and conditions below. Now your Sunday setup, and this time I want to give you the precise timeline. because knowing when your storm fires is everything for your safety plan this weekend. Sunday storm threat comes in two distinct windows for your area. Your supercell phase in the afternoon, and then your organized storm line phase in the evening. And those two phases bring you very different threats. Picture your Sunday in Pittsburgh. Morning coffee on your porch in 80-degree heat, hail bouncing off your driveway at 5 p.m., then 40 degrees and howling wind by midnight. That is what your Sunday looks like in your city. Pittsburgh, 85 degrees at noon Sunday, 37 degrees by midnight. Same city, same day. Window 1 for your area, 4 to 8 p.m. Sunday. Isolated supercells forming in Pennsylvania, particularly along your I-70 and I-76 corridors, with your highest risk hail zone running from Columbus through Morgantown into Pittsburgh. Second window for your area, 7 to 10 p.m. Sunday. That's when your storms merge into an organized line of damaging winds across Ohio into West Virginia, and your threat shifts from hail to widespread straight-line wind damage. Why your tornado risk stays relatively low Sunday. Your winds are changing speed, but not direction. You need both to create circular motion for tornadoes. So Sunday is a hail and damaging wind day for your corridor. Pittsburgh folks, heads up. Storms rapidly intensify as your sun goes down Sunday evening and temps drop fast. Make sure your weather notifications will actually wake you up Sunday night if you're winding down for the evening. After your 10 p.m. window, your Sunday storm line pushes south and east. Your D.C., Baltimore, and Philadelphia areas get active overnight into Monday morning. So your Monday commute in those cities starts unsettled. What makes your Pittsburgh temperature swing so dramatic Sunday? Warm Gulf air at 85 degrees Fahrenheit gets pushed north ahead of the front. Then 15-degree cooler Canadian air slams through, and your city gets both in the same 12-hour window. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, West Virginia, Kentucky, Maryland. What are your Sunday plans? And are you locked in on that 4 to 10 p.m. window for your area? Drop your city and let me know where you're at with your prep. Now the heat. And what's happening across your midsection right now is genuinely historic, with parts of your country running nearly 50 degrees above normal for late March. No drought. No 50 degrees above normal. That's the direct connection for your southern plains right now. Your parched ground amplifies every degree of your heat dome, and your Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas readings are reflecting it, shattering record highs from your Dakotas all the way down to Texas and west to California. These aren't just records. Some of your plains communities are running 10 to 15 degrees above their previous all-time daily record for March. For context on how wild your plains temperatures are, Nebraska and Kansas communities hit readings in the upper 90s this weekend that they've never seen in the month of March. Flat out unprecedented for your region. Near 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Compliments of a drought that is drying your ground faster than any recent year. And your dry ground heats up faster than wet ground, amplifying the heat dome beyond normal in your corridor. Salt Lake City is running 27 degrees Fahrenheit above average. Your Intermountain West is flat out baking in conditions that belong in mid-June. And your heat dome keeps cooking the Southwest through the end of March. Swing over to your Texas Panhandle in southwestern Oklahoma. Sunday brings a critical fire weather risk to your area that your meteorologists are taking very seriously for the late afternoon and early evening hours. Here's what makes Sunday's fire setup especially gnarly for your region. The fuels on your Texas Panhandle ground are completely cured after weeks under this heat dome. Any spark spreads at genuinely terrifying speeds in your area. Cold front sweeps the Texas Panhandle Sunday, but it really isn't that cold. Temps stay in the 70s before your front crosses, and wind gusts hit 45 to 50 miles per hour along that frontal passage for your region. Down in Amarillo today, 84 degrees Fahrenheit with 44 miles per hour gusts, already creating dust storm conditions. Your Sunday frontal passage makes those gusts worse before they gradually ease. Zero outdoor burning through your entire Sunday for your area. Casper clocking 50 miles per hour gusts today. Denver at 40 miles per hour. Cheyenne at 47 miles per hour. Your entire High Plains corridor from Wyoming to Texas is in a multi-day fire threat window, and it is not messing around for your region. Texas Panhandle, southwestern Oklahoma, Wyoming, Colorado. What's your wind doing right now, and are you staying vigilant on the fire danger today and Sunday? Drop your city below and let us know. Oklahoma City Fire Services are on standby today at 90 degrees Fahrenheit with 35 miles per hour winds and critically low humidity. Your central Oklahoma corridor is in a full red flag event, and your conditions do not improve until Monday. If you're anywhere in your Texas Panhandle or southwestern Oklahoma with outdoor equipment today, generators, welders, grills, do not use them because your fire spread rate in these conditions is something else entirely. Meanwhile, at the other end of your country, your same Sunday system is driving a snow event for New England. And the snowfall totals in your higher elevations are going to be no joke for your mountain communities. 4 to 7 inches of snowfall for your higher elevations in Maine and New Hampshire. Wild as that sounds for late March, your Hart's location and Bartlett areas in the White Mountains could top a full foot of snow by Monday. Auburn, Maine looking at around 7 inches, Augusta around 6 to 7. These are gnarly accumulations for late March. And your Monday morning mountain commute is going to be a genuine winter driving situation for your region. South of your snow line, Boston, New York City, cold rain and wind, not accumulating snow, but watch for a brief wet snow changeover Sunday night as your low moves by and northwest wind returns for your area. Come your Monday morning in northern New England, your Adirondacks, Green Mountains, and White Mountains are still dealing with heavy wet snow. Your spring equinox, it turns out, lasted exactly 1 day up here. Hang with me here. Your Tuesday Pacific storm, your Wednesday wind event, and your 8 to 14 day pattern change are all coming up. And your Wednesday wind situation is the one your long haul drivers absolutely need to hear about. Moving ahead to Tuesday, the same subtropical jet that caused Hawaii's flooding is accelerating toward your Pacific Northwest. Moderately heavy rain for your Washington and Oregon lowlands. Heavy mountain snow for your Olympics and Cascades. By Wednesday, your Pacific system crosses the Continental Divide and deepens into a strong surface low over your Canadian Rockies. And that's when your northern Rockies and high plains face a concentrated burst of potentially damaging winds. If you're driving a high-profile vehicle on I-15 or I-90 by your midweek, your Wednesday crosswinds are going to be serious. This wind event has been building for several days, and it is not stopping anytime soon for your corridor. Wednesday's wind setup is the continuation of the same relentless high plains wind pattern your area has been dealing with. The fact that it intensifies with this Pacific system makes your midweek the gnarliest stretch for your northern region. Aurora chasers and northern tier folks, your G2 geomagnetic storm means northern lights are possible from Washington and Montana all the way to New York tonight. Are your skies clear? Drop your city below. Now, your bigger picture, because your 8 to 14 day outlook has some genuinely important information for your area. And flat out, it's not what everyone is expecting for your spring pattern ahead. Straight up good news first. Your deep south gets much above average warmth the next 2 weeks. If you've been enjoying the sun in Georgia, Florida, and your lower Mississippi Valley, more of that is on the way. Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, above normal precipitation over the next 2 weeks. And given how saturated your area's got this weekend, you need to be watching your river levels heading into late March. No joke. Southwest Arizona, New Mexico, and Southwest Texas are actually getting above normal precipitation in the next 2 weeks. Wild as that sounds given the drought. And your forecasters are cautiously optimistic this helps your worst drought areas. Here is the concerning part for your April outlook. Your southwest drought expands and worsens through April. Your Rockies could see drought spreading, and your Pacific Northwest drought could expand by end of April if no beneficial rain arrives. April dryline setups on the plains are worth watching closely. When warm fronts stall over your Great Lakes and Ohio Valley in early April, you get the classic setup for your most dangerous severe weather of spring. Looking at your April wildfire concerns specifically, your southwest drought expanding means your wildfire season starts earlier and more aggressively for your California, Arizona, and New Mexico communities than in a typical year. So here's your week ahead bottom line. Sunday is your most active storm day. Monday clears west to east. Tuesday brings your P&W storm. Wednesday brings your high plains wind event. And April sets up for your biggest severe weather stretch. Honest question for your area. Sunday storm, your midweek wind event, or your April pattern change. What part of this forecast has your attention most right now? Drop your take below. Quick conditions check. Phoenix, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Palm Springs, 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Las Vegas, 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Tucson, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yuma, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Your desert Southwest is in the final hours of this record-breaking heat dome today, and wild doesn't cover it. Plains Fire Corridor, Oklahoma City, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Dallas, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Austin, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Wichita, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Lubbock, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. San Antonio, 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Your southern tier is hot, dry, and windy in a combination that is genuinely dangerous for your region today. Midwest right now, St. Louis, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Kansas City, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Indianapolis, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Columbus, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Cincinnati, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Your pattern today shows the dramatic divide between your warm sector to the south and cooler air fighting back to your north. Southeast doing genuinely well today. Atlanta, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Charlotte, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Nashville, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Raleigh, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Memphis, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Your area has the most comfortable weather in the country right now, and today is your calm before Sunday's front. Northeast today, New York, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Boston, 43 degrees Fahrenheit with wintry mix developing. Philadelphia, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Pittsburgh, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Burlington, Vermont, 34 degrees Fahrenheit with snow. Your northern tier is feeling every bit like March is supposed to feel, even if your planes forgot. Pacific Northwest, Seattle, 51 degrees Fahrenheit with lingering showers. Portland, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Your Tuesday storm brings heavy mountain snow to your Olympics and Cascades. And flat out, your Snohomish River is still at record levels today. Quick practical list before I wrap. What you need to do right now depends entirely on your zip code this Sunday. Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Maryland. Sunday is your watch. Know your shelter, charge your devices, and have your weather alerts set to wake you up if storms arrive during your Sunday evening hours. Texas Panhandle, Southwest Oklahoma, Wyoming, Colorado, 0 outdoor burning today and Sunday. Your fire conditions are critical, and your 45 to 50 miles per hour gusts make any spark a genuine disaster for your community. Hawaii, stay out of your flooded areas. Follow your civil defense alerts for Lahaina, Kihei, and Ial exactly as issued, and do not drive through any flooded roadway. Your second flood event is more dangerous than your first. Pacific Northwest, your rivers are already elevated. Your Tuesday storm adds more rain and snowmelt. Stay away from flooded road areas and monitor your local emergency management for your river flood stage updates. Last call, your city, current conditions, and what your Sunday looks like. Watching the storm radar in Pittsburgh, dealing with fire danger in Amarillo, checking New England snow totals, or just having a solid spring day somewhere nice. Where I'm locked in for your Sunday, that 4 to 8 p.m. Pennsylvania supercell window is my first priority, because your Pittsburgh corridor could see your most significant hail event of this spring if conditions come together right. And your Wednesday wind event in your northern Rockies and High Plains is something I'll be watching all week. Because when your Pacific system deepens over your Canadian Rockies, your wind speeds could outrun current model guidance. Hit subscribe and flip on the bell, because your Sunday storm breakdown drops in real time today, and you want your updates as those Pennsylvania supercells fire and your Ohio storm line organizes Sunday evening. Stay safe out there. Keep your weather app charged and your alerts on for your area today and Sunday, and I'll see you through these storms. Your spring is not messing around, and neither are we.